Hey guys, welcome back to SimCity Freestyle here, and we're in Bryant Park, looking over into this bay here, or Edgewater Bay, as you can call it, or something that looks like East River, or something like that. And this is pretty much the final result of Bryant Park here, which is take some influence from Empire State Building, or basically Midtown area where Empire State Building is, and Penn Station, and Times Square, and Bryant Park with the New York Public Library. I'm using this university here to simulate the New York Public Library, and we also have this church here that simulates St. Patrick's Cathedral there, a very big cathedral in New York. And I decided to switch from the warmer filter from the previous episodes and use this this classic favorite of mine, which is teal and orange. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, and also Strict loves this Strict Toaster. If you know who he is, he's another YouTuber. He also loves this filter as well. I mean, I love it as well, but I felt like I wanted to jump around with some other filters like warmer. I like the realistic look of warmer and stuff like that. But look at this. Pretty much we have the completed freeway system here, which is FDR Drive, and we have like a bunch of ramps coming over here, and have like, you know, I'm gonna fill up these. I'm gonna fill up these little gaps here with some sport type of things here. Not sports. Well, I guess you could say sports activities. Hopefully it doesn't raise the land value too much, because I kind of want this low wealth style here. But oh yeah, I also forgot that I am streaming with Xoxide 101 and Nicholaston, the guy Xoxide, the guy behind Udon here. I'll just zoom down into Times Square, and you can see the arrows on the road. That is Udon, which is unidirectional networks. And Nicholaston, as before, he's the moderator for the SimCity subreddit. But so how are you, activated.
So how are you, Microphone activated.
Just hungry right now.
Microphone activated.
Very hungry at the moment.
Very hungry. Yeah, he doesn't have a headset at the moment, so there's kind of some echo here, but so he's gonna have to speak when when it's necessary, I suppose, or otherwise we get a lot of echo and things like that. But here's what basically Bryant Park, or Midtown NYC, looks like with futurized I guess you can say theme, skin or something like that. But I don't really like that because it looks a little too exaggerated. Wait, are you guys listening to the stream? I can't remember, because you guys muted. Well, not muted, but because of the echoing from the TeamSpeak.
Microphone activated.
I'm on TeamSpeak only. I'm just trying to make some changes to the setting.
Oh, okay. So this is enough of this city here. Well, I'm going to... Hold on, let me check. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to step away from this city because I think it's, like, pretty much done now. I mean, we have, like... I accomplished what I wanted with St. Patrick's Cathedral, Times Square, Empire State Building area, and pretty much Bryant Park, and... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the open thing is, the mic problem.
User entered your channel.
Well, oh well. Sorry. Oh yeah, so everything seems to be in tip-top shape, and I mean, I love however there's tends to be, like, I kind of like somewhat poorly planned the one-way streets, and the way they're going, so there's kind of like some congestion here. And also, what are these? Is that a taxi? I don't think so. I think those are high wealth individuals there, but there's just a lot of congestion in this area, and I am not particularly
Especially
sure.
without sounds.
Yeah, I could hear you. I guess that was no echo there. That was good. Alright, so let's go on to the next plot here, and what I have planned for this plot is it's going to be taking some elements from like the Upper West Side and the Upper East Side and Central Park. So I'm going to be naming this Columbus Circle. Columbus Circle is kind of like a very famous roundabout in New York City. Let's just pave this road real quick to get some planning done. Let me use some of these roads here to kind of like show me some so I can plop down the proper densities. Oh, the airport is done. And any fireworks? No fireworks. I guess because planes are flying in the air. Okay, so what I want to do is what that is wrong. So I'm gonna change that. Oh, there's kind of like a snap point going on here. Actually, if I'm gonna do it that way, I kind of want to do it the other way, but that might cause a little bit more traffic. But yeah, let me just try doing the same old back-to-back type of fashion here. So we'll pave it just like a little bit off from the automated guidelines. Okay, I mean, there's a little bit more space, so. Or I could just do it this way, which is probably much easier. Just do a tree row. That is much easier than guesstimating. Okay, so that should fit 2 buildings back to back. Let me check that. Yep, it fits. So let's do it again. So what are you guys up to now? X-Oxide and Nick. I think they're in this. Yeah, they're in the stream here. So that should fit 2 big buildings.
We are watching the stream and answering questions.
Oh, really? It's like a PR event here. Yeah, X-Oxide wanted me to like do something with roundabouts, and roundabouts are kind of like not really my thing. I mean, I like them, but I don't really typically do them in SimCity because I just don't really like circles. And so I'm gonna try to do a roundabout in this city here for the probably like the first real time that I actually dedicatedly really, I guess you could say, you know, really in-depthly play with roundabouts here. So this city will just be like basically a grid, because that's how New York is. It's just a giant grid on the Upper West Side and Upper East Side. So unfortunately, it's not going to be anything special road-wise, but you know, there's going to be some freeways and stuff like that. So that should be interesting. Let me check this. Okay, those do fit back to back. I'm just gonna keep these here to see if they fit back to back, or I could just do it like this. Almost done. Alright, so I think I'm not gonna really, or you know, let's just do it just in case if I'm gonna do anything here over here. So let's just pave that road real quick, and then count how many blocks can actually fit in this lower level of the plot here. I'm going to move it over a little bit because buildings tend to grow and expand sometimes. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks and potentially 8 on this lower level. And basically what we want to work with is how long do we want Central Park to be? I mean, I guess we could have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide. Central Park is very big, and I'm downsizing it a lot. I mean, one plot is the size of probably half of Central Park, or maybe a quarter, or 1/3 of the actual scale of Central Park, probably. So we're going to be downsizing it to fit in one plot. Okay, so here we have, I guess we can have it as 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4, or maybe keep it just 5, so then it will be a little bit longer or interesting. Let's work with 5. Okay. And now we just gotta answer the question, how wide do we want this to be? Well, let's check. Since we're not going to be putting any real buildings in there, I guess we could have it 3 large parks wide. And just run this road right across. And then cut the, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the 5th block or road here. And where are we gonna build Columbus Circle? I'm gonna build it somewhere around here, or maybe I'm gonna build it somewhere, or you know what? Maybe I should rotate Central Park to kind of like over here. You know, instead of like going like this, maybe I should rotate it upwards. So let's try that now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can have this 2 blocks wide for Central Park. So this will... I'm not sure. I don't think that'll look good if it were to go this direction. I guess the old traditional way is better. Yeah, let's just do that then. I'm going to keep this avenue in there anyways. So let's just go back to what the original plan was. Should never deleted it. I tend to like delete things because that's just how my workflow is. So we're gonna have it. Did I have it 3 large parks wide? Well, let's just keep it 3 large parks wide because I'm kind of running on space already with the cliffside there, and Central Park is pretty huge. So let's just leave that. Alright. I'm actually going to have this an avenue as well. And probably cut this off and make that an avenue. Actually, that creates some difficulties.
Alright.
If I get quiet, it's because I'm eating.
What?
If I get quiet, it's going to be because I eat, just so you guys know.
You're gonna get quiet because... It's because... You're eating pizza?
You're eating pizza?
I'm going to eat food, and not necessarily pizza. It's going to be enchiladas.
Are you eating udons? Udon noodles?
You eat way more udons than I do.
I heard udon in the background.
Yeah, that's Eli, who doesn't understand what it means to podcast.
Alright, so I'm gonna use avenues the whole way through of this, what do I call it? Oh yeah, Central Park. So that's another step here. Use avenues. Actually, you know what? maybe we should keep it a little bit more realistic and just use one ways for Central Park. Just do it like that. So I might have messed up the measurements just a little bit since I kind of expanded the one ways down there already, but I think I might keep that because it's kind of a...
Kyle, the image I put in the forums is actually a picture of Central Park if you want to use it. It's a vector
okay.
version.
Well, that's really small though. I don't know why it's so small. I'm gonna save the image and just Okay, I see it much better now.
Okay, I see it much better now.
I thought it would give you a good idea of maybe the general layout though.
You know, having the lake there, I could use Sky Storm's mod to make a lake. Jacqueline Kennedy's reservoir in the middle. Oh, this pot is actually pretty deep. I thought it was kind of shallow. If you guys are not really aware of this mod, this is Regional Freeway mod by Sky Storm, and there's this interesting side effect with his mod where you curve it and then you just lower it and it creates well, it breaks through the water table, and that's what I find it so interesting. So I'm gonna try to do some little touch-ups here to make this pretty cool looking lake. But I should be focusing on the roads because
that works.
What works? The mod?
The way you're doing it might be not be perfect, but it's actually not bad.
Yeah. It's the only way I could really use it because it's not a real terraforming tool, but and some of you guys have probably seen me use it before in my During a Megaco series where I made like Tamarina, nuclear fission facility, and the port of Anaconda. I'll be returning to that series soon, but the thing is I'm going to have to change the series a little bit to make it offline so I could start using these mods, because unfortunately I made the series prior to the offline release, which is, you know, kind of like horrible timing. Like 1 week after I made the first episode, pretty much offline was released, so it was just, oh well. Hey Oxide, do you know if I could like convert my online files to offline? I don't know if it's possible, but it should be an option.
Someone was talking, but I don't know what they said.
Who, me?
It's hard to tell because I have to keep muting between the TeamSpeak and the session.
Oh. But basically what I said was, like, is it possible to, like, convert the online files to offline? Gonna actually round these corners off because they're kind of hideous. So I'm gonna do it like this. So that looks pretty good. I think that's good too. Maybe a little bit, maybe delete one more. Dope. I think I messed it up. I think that looks, yeah, let me redo that because that looks kind of weird. So I kind of deleted that too far out. Whoops. So here we go again. I mean, this mod, it can be a little stubborn and tricky sometimes, because it has to work in the right conditions. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's do it on this side now. I wonder if I could do it like this. No, I just have to delete that avenue. Okay, that looks... Okay, that looks good enough. There's just going to be a little small islands here, though. That's going to be kind of weird. I think I may have to oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. Wait, what did I just delete? That was weird. Okay. Suppose that looks pretty okay. You know, let's just go with the regular way, which is, let me delete this stuff here first. I mean, it's going to take a while. There's a little point here, but I think I'm willing to settle with that. Maybe I'll delete this. Okay. I think I'll delete one more. Just to kind of match it, I guess you could say. A little anomalies, because it looks kind of too perfect. Maybe I'll cut this piece off. Maybe cut like... I think that's fine. Maybe this side is a little too smooth. Maybe I should cut like a little piece off so I can make a piece of land, probably. So maybe 3 pieces, or maybe 3 pieces up here just to make it a little bit more random. Whoa. Okay. Okay, that looks a little blockish, but it's okay. We can do something with the pedestrian paths, maybe. Hopefully, to kind of compensate for that. Whoops. This is not going to be accurate like the real Central Park, though. I'm just gonna try to do kind of like my style, I guess you could say. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Actually, I might a little road here, maybe, or I could put like a little barbecue pit here that looks like a gazebo. A little weird, though. Maybe I should. Is there another building here that I could use? I guess we could use maybe a little smaller, maybe something like that. But then it creates make a concrete wall, concrete base. Maybe I move it over just a tad bit. Okay, now let's see if we can fit something in here. So what do you guys think of that so far? What do you think of this so far? I don't know how far you are in the stream or behind. have to read the thing. What? Nick is not on? Okay. Unfortunately, they're eating, so yeah. Okay, so there we have one little thing going on here, and now let's make Columbus Circle. We're gonna make kind of like, we can have like an avenue and run up here, and then run like this, and then back up here, because this little geological feature here is kind of like, it looks like it's made to go up the hill that one of the Maxis designers did. So let's take advantage of it at least. And why does it have to be nighttime? I have to get this somehow to kind of like smooth it out. Smoothen out. Problem is, I want to do it like this. Just one big road, so that way it doesn't create any kind of lumps. So I think it just started creating lumps. A little weird. Well, that looks better than what it... Well, dang, I'm just so nitpicky about this stuff, so I'm going to delete the whole thing here. And just do this again. What? Someone said they're going to kill me soon. Okay. So, here we go. So now let's, I think I'm going to have to move this over a little bit. Move this over a little bit. Well, there's got to be a way to kind of like make a, let's just do this as an example here. We're kind of just trying to plan this out. Okay, we have 4-lane roundabout. Whoops. Problem is that we're going to have to delete a small chunk of this and somehow connect all these roads together in this roundabout. The thing is, I want to be kind of like the perfect size for a Washington DC monument inside, because there's kind of like an obelisk type of statue in the middle here. Yeah, I don't know how big the Washington monument is, because I don't really typically play with that. But where is it? Okay, almost. Oh yeah, I forgot, you can't build anything on this, so that is a problem. Well, since we can't really do that accurately, how about we build a lake in the middle of it? So let's do that. Let's just dip the road down here using the regional freeway. Whoops. Okay, that's good enough. Now let's do this. Even though it doesn't really, it's kind of a weird looking lake though, but fortunately that's what we're gonna have to work with. A little weird. Dang. Maybe we can widen this circle up a little bit to put some pedestrian paths, so that would probably be a good idea. Okay, that looks good. Now let's encompass it with some pedestrian paths. see if I could do something. Okay. Just so this, let's just put some like pedestrian paths that kind of like round this road off, or round this lake off, so it doesn't look too squarish. But then again, we kind of don't want to put this concrete barrier around it, so I'm gonna have to move these roads back, or pedestrian paths back. So maybe this is good here. Make it a little bit more random. Organic, I guess you could say. Okay. So I suppose that looks somewhat pretty cool.
I have to go take care of something. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. There goes X Oxide.
User disconnected from your channel.
No! He's away. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to have to do like... So this is 3 lanes here, so we're going to have to do like... Where is that road? I'm going to use like a 2-way thing here. I'm going to use this. This might not be the best option. Maybe I could use like... I'm gonna do something like... Wait. Shoot. You know, let's just use the medium. Unless that will create lights. Okay, that doesn't create lights. But that does create lights over there. So let's just use the regular pathways then. I don't think they could really connect. Okay, they do. I haven't really played around with this yet. Roundabouts and stuff. But the texturing kind of disappears there. So that could be a problem too. That doesn't look very clean. Let's see. Dang. It's hard to do something that looks... I mean, this looks okay, but then again, the road kind of like... How about we remove this? And just put a regular road. Let's do a regular road then, since this is not going to work with the avenue. I was hoping it would. I'll measure this back up again. There we go. Okay, that looks much better. Now the thing is, these avenues here are going to have to probably change. So that could probably cause an issue, since the texturing there is kind of messed up already. Let me see. Well, maybe we can kind of like narrow this down like this. Whoops. Kind of like turn the 3-lane road into a 2-lane road, or well, 2-lane on each side basically. So we have like this. And we can chop that up a little bit. Oh shoot, I think yep, accidentally deleted the roundabout piece, and I may have to repave this whole thing. Okay, so let's redo it. Unfortunately, put this in the middle of... Okay, that looks fair. Alright, so that's a pretty big roundabout there. So let's get back to this. Let's move this thing closer. Something like that. And then that. And then we can do these. You know, I'm gonna make this little bit longer. Alright. Unfortunately, there might be a little problem here with this one, since this one is not really... Okay, so I guess that works. So they can just go around, and then I could use this road here. I think that's appropriate length. And then we could do that. Okay, so here we have a roundabout that goes around it with this clockwise motion around this small lake, and we can put like a few trees. You know what, let's zone something first. Let's get some power going, and I may have to put my own trash for now, so until I go into the other city to basically throw down some or basically commit some of the trucks over. So I'll just build this over here for now. Alright. And what I'm going to have here is basically... Now that doesn't really look perfect. So I'm going to try to make this perfect. I'm going to put some, like, a lot of hotels in this area. Well, I mean, that's what it is, naturally. I mean, there's a lot of hotels around Central Park. And a lot of the nice buildings, too. Okay, that looks good. And let's wait. What am I doing? Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Now we just have to connect this to here. It's going to be a little ugly though, honestly, in my opinion. I don't really like these little hills. They're pretty steep and unnatural looking, so it's kind of weird. So I'm going to delete this one piece, one giant piece, so I can make this work, as you can see. Okay, I think that's just not going to really work out, so I'm going to have to probably just make this road run along the highway or the cliffside here. This is just not going to look right to my aesthetic eye that I'm looking for, the proper aesthetic. Okay, let's pave that down. So that looks pretty good so far. The thing is, I want like some proper... Well, actually, I just remember you cannot pave anything on here, so that's another problem. So let's make another high-density road, kind of running around it. We're going to try to merge it. Dang, I should have thought about this before, because let me see. I should have thought about this before. That there should be... Okay, let's delete these real quick. I'm going to try to work as fast as I can. Delete that. And I'm going to use the rounded option. You can pave on that. That's the difference between these two, is that the one-way or roundabout tool has yield properties, whereas the typical circle tool for the one-way road is stoplights, and I cannot seem to get the proper circular. Maybe here. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna try to get the. Okay, that looks good. Now the thing is, this may be a little complex of how I'm gonna actually transition this around the other one. Kind of like, I guess you could say, maybe we could have, let's put some buildings around this first. Let's do like this building, and well, nothing's going to be there because that's Central Park. And let's put this building here, and then put another building here, and another building here. No, that's not going to look right either, because there's just not enough space there. So let me move this building over. Okay, there's going to be 3 buildings surrounding this roundabout, and hopefully this conceptual idea will work. I don't really know how this is going to work, so... So we can kind of like delete this. You can kind of like maybe do something like this, and then have another... If I could. This is a pretty complex roundabout just to get what the proper aesthetic that I want. And then we could do like that, but actually I'm going to move this up a little bit. Something around there, and then I'm going to redo that. I was hoping it to connect to here, but it's just not working. It could potentially work. Let me try. Okay, that angle's too sharp. How about we do it like this? We do it this way first. Okay, that's just not working either. Cannot just intersect that road. Yeah, that's just not working. So I'm gonna have to probably pave this road on its own outlet here. It's kind of fidgety here. Can't get this a proper curve. Okay, that looks good. And whoop, it's the wrong direction. And then move this like that. That's a little weird, but I'm willing to work with that. Okay. Now let's go over to this side and let's do the proper kind of aesthetic here. We can do something like this, and then somehow, okay, that street is gonna, I think this is gonna be kind of like a traffic disaster almost. This is a pretty complex. Why isn't this working? Too close to an intersection. What intersection? I think it's because of this little snap point here that causes it to. So let's do that. Okay, unfortunately, I think it just doesn't want to work that way. I'm gonna worry about that later. Okay, these buildings are just causing a huge problem. I don't think this is gonna work out. I mean, we have like this road going that way, and they're going into the inner roundabout. I mean, they could take something like this. Actually,
User disconnected from your channel.
the high-density commercial buildings are not that wide, so let's use something a little bit more accurate, like this building here. So now we have a lot more freedom to work with how much space, like that. So I could technically delete this. I think it can zone on here. Yeah, that's wide enough for a large building. So let's do this here. I'm gonna do this one first. And unfortunately, I think it's just going to be like that. Yeah, that's fine. Unless I do it, if we want to create that kind of diamond shape. If we want to create that diamond shape, we're going to have to do it like this. Something that a little unorthodox though, but I guess it works. Oh, it creates a weird intersection though, and it kind of ruins the shape of the roundabout. Okay, this is going to go over here. I think I'm just making this a lot more difficult than what it should be, because this is pretty ridiculous here. I'm going to delete that. And this one should actually be like... should actually be like this, and then another road like that. Okay. And now let's have this one over here. Too close to this intersection, so let's back it up one time. I don't know how this is going to look like in the long run. Hopefully it looks good. Except I don't really like that, and I hate how I messed up the circle there. Oh shoot, delete it. At least I didn't delete the roundabout, because then I would have to start all over again. Rather delete this than the roundabout piece. Okay. The problem is that kind of creates... Okay. Or you cannot zone anything on the actual roundabout, so that's how I kind of made these round parts to make, so I can zone something on it at least. I'm just gonna zone a bunch of residential, and then I'm gonna attach these parks, or not parks, but pedestrian paths over here. Actually, I don't think I can. Can I even zone anything of this? Can't remember. Oh. Okay, it seems I cannot intersect that road, so this is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, I cannot seem to intersect. Oh wait, okay, it does work. But what? Why can't I intersect this road? You can attach onto it, but it cannot intersect. Well, this part seems to not work. Maybe it's just not enough length. Delete this whole thing. See, that is so weird. How about in a different angle? Or I just delete these and then see what happens. Cannot intersect. I cannot pull inwards, but I can pull outwards. That's an interesting... See, I can pull outwards, but not inwards. Nick is giving me his Twitch, and I'm gonna check it out real soon. But hold on, let me get this thing. Alright.
User entered your channel.
Hey, what's up? This is Nick. What right turns? Well,
I'm tinkering with streaming.
oh, you're trying to stream too? Wait, is the roundabout?
I'm trying to.
The roundabout is only going that. Okay, never mind. What were you saying? I'm just putting these random parkways or pedestrian paths to the city here. To make it a little bit more fancy, as you can say. And let's use some of these parks. Let's do something, put that in the middle, these on the side, then connect these. Oh, it all checks out, except this side. But we can put a pond there, even though there's like one giant lake there already. But there's several ponds in Central Park anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And then we could do like add a lot of I have the tree anywhere mod, so you can like put trees anywhere. It's also made by Xoxide, so it's really cool to really fill up these little small gaps in SimCity with the Tree Anywhere mod. Rather than doing the traditional plant forest thing, which like doesn't really fill up all the spots. It kind of like fills up in spots that it's only allowed to fill up. So I'm trying to make this really dense looking, and trying to use a variety of trees. My favorite tree is the pine tree here, or a pleasant tree, as you could say. Since we can't really put connect any real path, let's just pave it anyways for aesthetics, so it isn't just a plain old lake thing, and use the Tree Anywhere mod. Are you playing SimCity right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if I can push to talk in the stream. Because right now it's pretty much either it's on or it's off.
You'll probably... Yeah, you have to check your broadcaster software.
Yeah. I'm just testing it right now. I mean, I'm throwing it up in HD and it's seems fine.
Dang, HD, lucky. I wish I could do HD. Well, I kind of can, but then my internet...
Why can't you?
My internet.
Oh. We get like... I think it's 500 down and 20 up or something ridiculous.
Dang. Let's put some more parks up here to this northern side. Or I guess you could say northern... Oh, I'll put that there. You can put always enough... We can always put more ponds. You gotta have somewhere for the little duckies to swim and stuff. Okay. I think I kind of want my... Yeah, I think I did the wrong thing here to do. Delete that other park there, and make this so I could have space for a path to go through. Kind of want a path to like really outline the Central Park area. So that looks really good so far. Just gotta fill up with more trees. Let me just see if how much this can actually cover, the actual plant forest tool. A pretty good portion. We just have to use a Tree Anywhere mod to really put up like kind of like these little small thin areas here. Tree Anywhere mod. You can look it up on Simtropolis.com. Now these trees are actually smaller than the actual forest trees. Well, yeah, because you manually planted them. See, and you can put it like in these small spots. You can put some trees here. Kind of like diversify. Alright, so it's looking good so far, and now I think I'm done for this episode of Columbus Circle here, and I'm going to try to develop the waterfront somehow, and also put some udon highways. Maybe I'll run the Lincoln Highway on this side and the FDR Highway on this near the coastline, or yeah, the waterfront area, and kind of like go around. So there's going to be 2 highways that go around this whole plot. And I'm gonna I want to see if I can put some like low wealth buildings on these hills, kind of like, because in the Harlem area it's kind of like a little steep and stuff. They have like these steep hills where a lot of these buildings grow on, or not grow on, but that exist on. And I want to see if I can kind of like try to achieve that specific aesthetic. And we're gonna have to need some fire trucks. Alright, so that's it for this episode. I mean, we spent a lot of time doing some fine touch-ups already. I mean, with this roundabout in Central Park, it looks really cool. Alright, I can't wait to play for myself as well. I mean, so let's see what will happen next. So I'll see you guys later. See you guys later in another episode of SimCity Freestyle.